Hello students, as we started our second lesson, that is endogenetic movements, and we have seen first part of this lesson, first video, and in that video we have discussed about the news of Nepal. Nepal devastated. That news we have seen, and in that news we have seen about earthquake, about Richter scale, tremors, shocks. All these things we saw in that news. So regarding all these endogenetic movements or internal movements, we will continue this lesson, this second video. Have to see properly, keep textbook in front of you and keep notebook also to point out some important points. So see on page number 9. Various natural events occur on the earth from time to time, as we know that. Example: floods, storms, snowfall, extreme rainfall, etc. Similarly, because of the movements below the earth's surface, natural events like earthquake and volcanic eruptions occur. So because of these endogenetic movements, these internal movements below the earth's surface, we are experiencing natural events like earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. So earthquakes and because of endogenetic movements, this happens. And volcanic eruptions, so these natural events occurs because of endogenetic movements, internal movements under the surface of the earth. For the organisms living on the earth, these events are very dangerous, disastrous. These earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, these events are very disastrous or destroyed all the property on the surface of the earth. There is a loss of life and property because of natural calamities. So this is natural calamity. This is natural disaster. In this lesson, we will get introduced to these endogenetic internal movements. Endogenetic means, see there in bracket, internal movements. Why this happen? Because of internal movements. Because of this happen. So we will see about this. We will study properly. So next one activity has given. Try this as shown in figure number 2.2. Arrange your notebooks on each other. Place 3-4 objects like chalk, duster, sharpener, eraser, etc. on them. And now quickly take out a notebook without affecting the others according to figure number 2.2. Observe what happens. See here. Like this, you will arrange notebooks and upon that chalk, duster, all these things, and have to take out this middle notebook from all these notebooks. Now quickly take out a notebook without affecting the others according to 2.2. So what will happen? So all these notebooks, sharpener, duster will fall down. In the same way, this happens on the earth. Whatever plates are there under the surface of the earth. First crust is there, then mantle, as I said in first video, then cores, inner core, outer core. So whatever plates are there under the crust below the surface of the earth, that plates are moving by some energy, by some force or velocity. Velocity means force. Because of this force, that plates are moving. All these plates are moving, and these natural calamities occurs like volcanic eruptions and earthquake. See, we will see that. So try this at home. Again, one activity also has given. See that, observe that, and try to do that at home. So we will see geographical explanation. Earthquakes and volcanoes occur because of the instability in the interior of the earth. Why this happens? Because of the instability. Why this happens? Because of the instability. Because of instability. Instability means not stable. It is moving because of some radioactive energies under the surface of the earth. So because of the instability of the interior of the earth, earthquakes and volcanoes occur. This instability is created due to the movements occurring in the earth's interior, below the crust, in the mantle. These movements occur, and because of these movements, this instability we are experiencing under the surface of the earth. Generally, the movements in the earth's interior occur in the upper layer of the mantle. Generally, these movements in the earth's interior occur in the upper layer of the mantle. In the upper layer of the mantle, this happens. First crust, the layer of crust is there. Crust. Then after this, layer of mantle. Layer of mantle is there. So in this upper layer of the mantle, these movements occur. These movements occur. These movements occur. These radioactive materials also moving. So generally, the movements in the earth's interior occur in the upper layer of the mantle. Tremendous energy is created or released by radioactive materials. Or substances. What does it mean? Radioactive material or radioactive substances means, note down, elements with higher atomic numbers that are invisible. That are invisible and entering or emitting or penetrating in the upper layer of the mantle. All these atomic numbers are entering. Numbers are entering into the upper layer of the mantle. They are moving, creating energy, creating force. creating direction, spreading here and there in the upper layer of the mantle under the surface of the earth. These atomic numbers that are invisible. So, examples are given. Uranium, these substances, note down. Thorium, radium, etc. Uranium, thorium, radium, etc. All these substances, all these atomic substances creates that radioactive energy, creates that all these tremors, all these shocks, velocity, force, these substances. So note down these radioactive substances. The back side of textbook, that definition has given of radioactive materials in the mantle. These energy waves travel from one place to another. Due to such a flow of energy, instability is caused in the mantle, as I said that. The movements are classified on the basis of their velocity, on the basis of their force, direction and the landforms they produce. So which type of landforms are produced due to velocity, due to force, due to all these movements. All these classification are given. Classification of internal movements in the next box. Basis of classification has given, and movements, which type of movements occur, that has given. See, basis of classification, velocity. First, velocity means force, energy. Which movements are occurring? Slow movements occurring continuously, like formation of mountains. So because of slow movements, which type of landforms forms? Formation of mountains and continents. Mountains and continents. Then sudden movements in the form of events like earthquakes and volcanoes. So earthquakes and volcanoes occurs because of sudden movements. Sudden movements. Because of these sudden movements, earthquakes and volcanic eruptions are occurring. And because of slow movements, mountains and continents are producing. Then direction, horizontal movements, upward and downward movements. Horizontal movements, these type of movements. Then upward and downward movements. These type of movements are occurring. Direction, in the direction. Then landforms, continent building, creating continents, plateaus and highlands. Mountains, mountain building, folding and faulting, folding and faulting. These are the two types of mountain building: folding, folded mountain and faulting. So what type of folding is there and faulting? So we will see that in next part. So because of velocity, slow movements and sudden movements occurs. Then direction, that also are there. Horizontal movements, upward, downward movements. Then which line forms continent building, creating continents, plateaus and highlands. Then mountain building, folding and faulting, folding and faulting. So this classification of internal movements you should have to learn. Note down in your notebook properly. Learn it for your exam. This is homework for you, and try all these activities at home. In the next part, in next video, we will see slow movements, then fold mountains, block mountains. So this is the end of our second video. See say this properly and do your homework. This box you can learn for your exam. Read the textbook, differentiate hard words. Differentiate hard words. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.